Good morning. I don't even know what day it is. Don't know what date. I have no idea. I really don't care. Just flicking through YouTube because that's what I watch. Not really interested in anything else. But flicking through YouTube, I come across a video of Donald Trump and some cheerleaders and Jeffrey Epstein having a good old time with these cheerleaders. The one is all over Donald Trump, but it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if. What is wrong with you? Why are you making all those noises, and why are you in your cage? What's wrong? Come out of there. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. She's just been sitting. Oh, you gotta go out. Go lay down. She's been out already. She went immediately. She's become real well trained when it's freezing cold out. Yesterday she got out of her cage again. She broke out. She didn't do too much damage. There's no point in even yelling. But then when I went to the bathroom and I found she had peed on my shower shoes. I don't go in the shower without something on my feet after I saw what could happen to your feet, which I don't think you can do any more damage to my feet. Of course you can. That was nothing. Anyway, let's watch this. I'm tired of him busting on the president, but you gotta call a duck, right? So, how do you kill a man in prison on video under guard? First of all, let me say something about Berks County Prison, which is pretty much one of your worst nightmares on the planet. Going back there again would probably be the end of my existence on this planet. But let me explain to you about their security. It's not the best in the world. I don't know, since they've installed cameras and all that stuff in there now, but I don't think that this would have happened to Jeffrey Epstein if he was at Berks County Prison. Because first of all, number one thing that would have happened to this man is he would have been put in segregation in a single cell. Okay? He may have been locked down in the back there in IAU, or he'd have been locked down in a single cell by himself, wreck alone. They would have put him on super duper quadruple security watch, and he would have been lucky to see the light of day just for his own safety, period. So how do you put literally the most notorious, hated man on earth right at that moment in a prison cell with someone who readily could harm him? Here's my point. It's so coincidental when the police lose a video, or whenever something like that happens. You see this on television, there's corrupted video, or, we lost the DVD, then the case should be dismissed immediately. And I'm not saying about Jeffrey Epstein, I'm talking about these police cameras that stop working all of a sudden, and there's no coverage because the camera died, or some other nonsense. And they still go ahead with the prosecution. That shouldn't be allowed. Because they did that on purpose. Those cameras don't fail like that. There's one where a security guard, there's all kind of cameras outside, but his camera, when it came down to showing whether he was assaulted or whether he assaulted the person, which they can't touch you. You understand that that's assault. And you see these gung-ho punks. Personally, I think they're a bunch of cowards that couldn't get into the police force. So he took a security guard job, or a CO job, so they couldn't be cops, and now they're COs, and they're angry about that, and they resent it, and they take it out on, anyone that they can, not just prisoners. Security guards, they think that they're the police of Walmart. Let me tell you guys something, and I'm not telling you to steal anywhere, but I'm telling you, don't steal from Walmart, Boscov's, things like that. You're stupid. Don't steal. That's my first message. But it cracks me up when I see someone being drug out of Walmart, because they are following you. And you're stealing some garbage. I know it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make much sense to me either. So, yesterday, I saw the number 187 over and over and over again. I don't know, I packed about, 90, 140, 170, 200, 215, maybe 230 packages of meat in various weights, and it does stink. Okay, it's when you have to tear a strand of meat off of another so that your weight is right, it stinks. Anyhow, let's get back to this. Numbers. Look at that, 234342. I don't know if you're a lottery number player, but you might want to play that number there. So let's check this out.
A tape in the NBC archives of a Mar-a-Lago party shows Trump giving Epstein his personal attention. The footage, shot in November of 1992, before Trump opened the resort as a club, shows the future president surrounded by
Did you see her pat her on the butt?
And Miami Dolphins, capturing Trump's fun-loving bachelor lifestyle.
Wow, who knew he's such a great dancer?
But
How are we still finding embarrassing old videos of...
Let me just say this. That in order to kill someone that high profile, because he did not commit suicide. Look at the coroner's report. One of the most respected coroners there are, period, said this man was killed first and then hung. So you're just going to blow that off. Well, why would we just blow it off? Because Epstein was a piece of garbage. He was a piece of trash. But we don't have the right to blow that off. Okay? So who would it take to get someone killed like that? Trump automatically pointed the finger at the Clintons, which apparently Bill Clinton, yes, Bill Clinton is we know that he is a sexual monster. We know that Donald Trump is a sex. We just saw, an example. But what I want to say about what happened to the reports of him being urinated on by prostitutes in Russia, and of course they're not going to give the videos because they got what they wanted. Russia did that. Russia let that little bit of information leak to scare Donald Trump straight, and it worked. So I don't know, maybe he received a copy of the video on his cell phone, but we stopped what Iran, and our president is under control of another president of another country who is hostile to us, period. So how do you kill Jeffrey Epstein? Well, you're the president of the United States, or you're the Prince of England, but Jeffrey Epstein was killed. And I really personally am, I don't care. I'm glad that we don't have to watch months and months of trial. But we won't know ever who the FBI sent in to take the videos and the recordings from Jeffrey Epstein's island, because he had them. You don't not record your rich friends having sex with children on your private island, on your sex island. That's just not the way that, personally, if I had Donald Trump come in my house with a 17-year-old girl and I could blackmail him, I don't know, because I'm not Jeffrey Epstein, I'm not in that position, but it absolutely occurs to me that that would occur to me. It occurs to me? No, I know that it would not cross my mind. Russia records, and this is you can look at, please look it up. I don't have the ability. This is what I got, and I don't have the ability to, but Russia has been recording things as long as there's been recorders. And you can go in there and you can sweep the hotel room. They turn them off, and then when you're done sweeping, they turn them back on. So please, don't tell me all that Donald Trump didn't leave no dirt in Russia. That's on some video somewhere. They have it. I would really like to see the people that were involved come forward. But at the risk of being killed myself, this whole thing, all this impeachment nonsense, all of this, it is staged. This is all. They walked across that hall with those pieces of garbage in their hand that you can call it whatever you want, but it boils down to wasting our money for nothing. They know he's not going to be removed from office. They know he's not going to be convicted of any crimes. It's mysterious enough that all of the prosecutors that I heard were investigating him for tax fraud, money laundering, and all this other stuff. It just all stopped. It just went away. There's so many things that he's done that there's not enough time to report it all in one day. But at the risk of being killed, this is all a staged setup. It's all a ballet. And they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing to serve their Lord, who is not my Lord. But this is all his plan. He is the author of confusion. And that's what we got, and plenty of it. Plenty of confusion. There's something behind all of this. This is a smoke screen, but there's a deeper and more sinister reason to all of this. You know something? Today I don't care. I don't even care about this really, but I'm just bored. I'm bored. And a little pissed, quite frankly. I was watching something about evictions in Kansas City. It's off the look. They evict you here for no reason whatsoever. I was getting evicted. My rent was 7 days late, and I got an eviction notice: pay rent in 10 days or quit. That was due to a mistake. I was a horrendous and vicious mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. The last place I lived, it was no problem for that man to go and post an eviction. It was horrible. There were, I moved the sheet one day and I look and there's a bed bug hiding there, just waiting for me to lay down or something. It was just ready to ambush me. Got evicted there because I asked him for traps for. A rat chewed through. Look at my YouTube videos. A rat chewed through my ceiling. A huge hole. We heard it chewing there for months. I said there's something up in there. It might have been the guy upstairs, for all I know, picking at it so that he could see into my apartment. But it happened. Thank you for trying to evict me for non-payment of rent, which my rent was always paid. Anyway, try to have a good day. I know I'm not going to. I already know. I got to find a combination of medications yesterday that had me feeling good for about an hour. It would be nice if I'd known exactly what, but